Welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of global pharmacovigilance, the science and practice of monitoring the safety of medicines. I'm Dr. S.K. Singh, and together, we'll explore the key regulations and guidelines that keep patients safe around the world. Let's get started. Let's start by understanding what pharmacovigilance really means. According to the World Health Organization, it's the science and activities focused on detecting, assessing, and preventing adverse effects or any problems related to medicines. At its core, pharmacovigilance aims to protect patient safety, spot adverse drug reactions early, evaluate the balance between benefits and risks, and support regulatory decisions. It's essential throughout a medicine's entire life cycle, from clinical trials to post-marketing surveillance, all to improve public health outcomes. Let's take a quick journey through the evolution of global pharmacovigilance, the science of drug safety. It all took a sharp turn in 1961 with the thalidomide tragedy. That crisis pushed the world to tighten drug safety regulations. By 1968, the WHO set up an international drug monitoring program. The 1990s brought electronic safety reporting, making data faster and more reliable. Then, in 2003, the ICH introduced standardized electronic reporting. Today, we see a global system integrating signal detection, risk management, safety databases, and real-world evidence, all working together to keep medicines safer than ever. Our common goal is clear: continuous monitoring of medicine safety across the globe. Different regions have their own authorities leading this effort. In the US, it's the Food and Drug Administration. Europe relies on the European Medicines Agency. The UK has the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency. India's Central Drugs Standard Control Organization plays a key role, as does Japan's Pharmaceuticals and Medical Devices Agency. On a global scale, the Uppsala Monitoring Center supports the World Health Organization's program. Together, they form the backbone of pharmacovigilance worldwide. Let's take a closer look at the ICH Pharmacovigilance Guidelines, specifically the E2 series. These guidelines cover everything from managing clinical safety data to the electronic transmission of individual case safety reports. They also include periodic benefit-risk evaluations, post-approval safety data management, and pharmacovigilance planning. What's key here is their global significance. They set harmonized standards that help the entire industry speak the same language when it comes to safety reporting. This consistency is crucial for protecting patients worldwide. When it comes to FDA pharmacovigilance, there are clear regulatory requirements we need to follow. These are grounded in specific parts of the Code of Federal Regulations, 21 CFR Parts 310, 314, and 600, along with FDA post-marketing reporting rules. Reporting timelines are strict. Serious and unexpected adverse drug reactions must be reported within 15 calendar days, and any follow-up reports are due within 15 days of receiving new information. Our core activities include signal detection, ongoing safety surveillance, periodic reporting, and thorough risk evaluation. Finally, risk programs like REMS help manage and mitigate potential safety concerns. Let's take a closer look at the European Union's pharmacovigilance system and the key requirements set by the EMA. At its foundation, two major pieces of legislation guide everything: Regulation 726 from 2004 and Directive 2001/83. Central to the system is EUDRA Vigilance, the European database for reporting adverse drug reactions. Most products require a risk management plan to identify and minimize risks. Every company must appoint a qualified person for pharmacovigilance, responsible for safety oversight. And finally, periodic safety update reports keep the benefit-risk balance under continuous review. Let's take a closer look at the India Pharmacovigilance Program, known as PVPI. It's coordinated by the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, working under the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. The program's main goals are to monitor adverse drug reactions, improve patient safety, and contribute valuable data to global safety databases. Reports come from a variety of sources: hospitals, healthcare professionals, consumers, and pharmaceutical companies. All this information is then submitted to Vigibase, the global database for drug safety. Let's talk about the electronic reporting standard known as ICH E2B, R3. It sets clear rules for how and when adverse drug reactions must be reported. Serious unexpected cases need to be reported within 15 days. Fatal or life-threatening cases require immediate attention, no delay. Non-serious cases vary by region. Each report, called an individual case safety report, must include key details: the patient, the reporter, the suspected product, and the adverse event itself. Meeting these criteria on time is crucial for patient safety and regulatory compliance. Let's take a closer look at how we calculate the ADR reporting rate. This example breaks down the steps clearly, showing us how to measure the frequency of adverse drug reactions reported. Understanding this calculation helps us track safety signals more accurately, so we can respond faster and protect patients better. It's a key part of monitoring and improving drug safety in real time. Let's talk about interpretation. When the reporting odds ratio, or ROR, is greater than 1, it suggests there's disproportionate reporting happening. In other words, it could mean a potential signal is emerging, something worth investigating further. Here, we see a table comparing drug X to other drugs, with counts of events and no events. If drug X has a higher ROR, it flags that the event might be linked to that drug more often than expected. This is a key step in signal detection. Let's talk about risk management plans, or RMPs, and how they help minimize regulatory risks. An RMP has several key parts. First, the safety specification. This outlines known risks, potential risks, and any gaps in our knowledge. Then the pharmacovigilance plan, that's where we detail routine and extra safety checks. Finally, risk minimization measures, things like label updates, educational materials, and controlled access programs. These plans are mandatory in the EU and are becoming a global standard. Periodic safety reports are a crucial part of keeping our projects on track and everyone safe. These reports help us track risks over time, spot new issues early, and make sure we're meeting all the necessary standards. By regularly reviewing safety data, we can act quickly to prevent problems before they happen. It's all about staying proactive, not reactive, when it comes to safety. Now, let's talk about inspection readiness and compliance, a critical area where attention to detail really matters. We focus on thorough documentation, like standard operating procedures, safety agreements, and training records. Operational compliance means submitting reports on time, managing signals effectively, and keeping up with literature monitoring. Data integrity is key, too. Audit trails, electronic records, and validating safety databases keep everything trustworthy. Common inspection findings often include delayed reporting, incomplete case narratives, weak corrective actions, and poor signal evaluation. Staying ahead here keeps us strong and reliable. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways on pharmacovigilance. It's a global regulatory must, spanning the entire life cycle of a medicinal product. The ICH E2 guidelines set the stage for consistent international safety reporting. Major authorities like the FDA, EMA, and WHO all have detailed frameworks in place. Reporting adverse drug reactions, detecting signals, managing risks, and regular safety updates are all crucial. Plus, quantitative tools help us back decisions with solid data. Together, these systems protect patients, ensure compliance, and build trust in medicines. Thanks for joining me today. If you need any more support or have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I really appreciate your time and attention. Thank you.